Same. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard VRML Channel 3. Folks, tonight we have one hell of a game for you. My name's Pig on PC and 4K, and we're going to be beginning very, very soon here. Sit tight. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, folks, hello and welcome. I hope everybody out there in VRML viewership land is excited. As excited as I am, I don't know, but as excited as I am, I certainly hope. I certainly. How's everybody doing tonight? It's me, it's Piggy, Pig on PC and 4K, and I'm here tonight on VRML Channel 3. Bringing you guys and gals some top-notch action between Legionnaires and Echo Kingz. The question will be, who will come out on top? That's the question, folks. I don't know, okay? I don't know. The answer is I don't know. But the truth is, We're all gonna find out. Anyway, I don't know. Weirdest introduction ever, but hey, folks, I'm so glad to be here with everybody tonight. Hopefully everybody out there is having a great evening just like me. If you aren't, then stay tuned, because this game is sure to change your evening. That's right. If you're having a bad one, this is the place to come to turn that around. VRML is there for you, folks. If you're not even sure about how to get into VRML, if you're just out there watching and you're just thinking, man, so far this seems really cool. This dude's got a lot of energy, and these guys and gals, they've got a good presentation. Then let me tell you, you too could be a part of VRML. All you've got to do is swing on in to the website, vrmasterleague.com, and you can partake in a number of different games, not just Onward, in various ways as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are out here, as you may have guessed, on quarantine. Starting things off with quarantine. Interesting selection for the first map, but we've got it, and I'm excited about it. Got a couple of map bans tonight that we are going to take a look at. Legionnaires banning Snow Peak, and Echo Kingz choosing to ban Suburbia. Now, the reason I said earlier this is going to be an interesting first round is because Echo Kingz has played on quarantine. Excuse me, 1 second. Sorry about that, folks. As I was saying, Echo Kingz has played on quarantine a total of 6 times. 6 times they've played on quarantine. Do you know how many times they've won, Pig? I do. 1. They have a 17% win rate on this map. Now, although that's not... I mean, I'm not picking on them right off the bat or anything. I'm just saying the first map selection is a critical map selection. And if we just take a look at Legionnaires, they're rocking it out there on quarantine, playing it a total of 3 times, winning it twice, 67% win ratio right there. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, in the words of Meatloaf circa 1980, if you know what I mean. I'm just saying, map selection matters. And the very first map being a map where one team has a 67% win rate and the other team has a 17% win rate. Probably a wise map selection from someone. Well, at the moment, we are just waiting for one more player to hop in on the Legionnaire side. And we're going to take a look at the board here to see what kind of players we have playing alongside with us tonight. Let's see here. On the Legionnaire side, we've got Eric out there. Wow, look at that name, Eric. I love it, man. X in front of the Eric right there. So if you were looking for the proper pronunciation, I suppose that would be X Eric. And then you've got Shrix with the triple X there at the end to let you know to elongate the S sound. Then you've got Canadian Jesus and Mr. Serious with a smiley face at the end. Love it. Now on Echo Kingz, we've got a few names. Eva, Jack G, Rocket, and Jay Walker. Or technically, 00 Jay Walker 00. There we go, folks. And right after him, making in the 5th player on Echo Kingz, VTS X King. Not a 5th player on the Legionnaire squad yet. Just waiting. We'll see something come out of there. That we will. Take a moment here to also thank, beyond just all of you for showing up, let's also thank some of the sponsors of VRML for making this game possible. About Rebuff Reality, VR Cover, Arma, ProTube, B-Haptics, HyperX, Asterion, Fixit Gaming, Cyber Shoes. I mean, the list goes on and on. If you're out there watching and you think you'd like to be a partner, swing into the website as well, or the Discord. We've got one of those. We're hip with the jive. Still waiting on a 5th player at present. And that's A-okay. They get a few minutes to get things started. You know. They're allowed to take their time. We'll give them another minute or two here. Disregard that timer there, folks. That was an inaccurate representation of the time remaining. Should be kicking things off here any moment between Legionnaires and Echo Kingz. The match of the night for July 24th Onward fans. And you know what else, folks? You know what else? If you're out there, we definitely appreciate it. I see some of you now popping in the chats. We got the stream delay set up, of course, so everything you hear and see is going to be a few minutes behind where I'm at. But with that being said, so glad to see a great turnout here on VRML 3. All right, we'll give them another minute here. They may be forced to start without their 5th player, or make another decision. I'm not sure. We'll find out here, folks. Don't you worry. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've just gotten word from Mr. Sirius, team captain of the Legionnaires, letting us know they are getting their 5th player in. They are going with a reservist. Now, ladies and gentlemen, again, you may not be familiar with me. My name's Pig. I've been in the Onward community for a while, but maybe I'll just take this moment to go ahead and introduce myself to those of you who may not be familiar. I've been in the Onward community for a few years here, ever since pretty much very shortly after Onward's origination on the PC was I involved. Originally, I was playing on the DK2, eventually moving on to the Oculus Rift CV1, and now finally, my resting place is with the HP Reverb G2 for its native 4K resolution. But for controllers, I do use the Knuckles Index controllers simply because they are sexy. Now, beyond that, folks, I got into VRML as a caster very recently. In fact, in the last week or two, I believe is when it happened specifically. And this is actually going to be our very first time fully running one of these shows all on our own. So I'm very glad to be here, very glad to be doing this with you guys and gals, and I think we're going to have a fantastic night tonight. Still just waiting on a final member, the reservist, to join Legionnaires. Should be any minute now. Now, again, we'll just take a moment to talk, you and me. Let's talk about the Legionnaires for a moment with a current MMR of 1110, playing in the American East Division since Season 2 of 2017. These players are Mr. Sirius, Mr. Miyagi, Eric, Canadian Jesus, El Vegas, Mad Scientist, and Shrix to make up their entire roster there. Of course, again, tonight they are going to be playing the fifth man out. They're going to be playing with the reservist, with which they're acquiring right now. The last few games that these folks have played, looks like they were up against Shadow Gaming last week, and unfortunately, they did lose. Although, the scoreboard actually seems to be a little messed up on this one. I'm not entirely sure of the final score. That's okay, though. It's an 8-9 one way or another. But I do believe they lost on that one. But the next game immediately after is a loss to Riot. Now, don't let these losses fool you, okay? They've had a rough streak, yes. Does that mean that they're going to play poorly? I don't think so. Why do I think that? They are an old school team. They've been here since Season 2. Okay? In Season 2, the Legionnaires made it to the semifinals. In Season 4, they won the wild card. It was in Season 6 and 7 that the Legionnaires made it into the Challenger Cup finals. We're going to see what these folks can do tonight for the Onward VR Master League. Jam G decides to hop in as the fifth man or woman for the Legionnaires. A fifth player. Finally joining the rankings. Okay. All right. I am down for that. I have a feeling this is going to be exciting. So they're playing with a reservist. And a reservist, if you're not familiar, is somebody who's not on your team. They're in a pool of players who are on standby to play in case something like this happens. So if you're thinking about dipping your toes in the water, or you're just not entirely sure if you're cut out for VRML gameplay, and you'd like to take the first little leap before diving deep, start off as a reservist. It's the premium way to do it. Beyond that, if you're looking to chill out a little bit, maybe not play as much, maybe you don't want to burn out on the VRML or on Onward, well, the reservists are a great way to do that too. With a 5v5, it looks like the two teams are going to be finalizing their discussions right now. getting their plays and their plans in order. Curious how this is going to go. Running about 21 minutes behind right now. So I'm hoping that these teams have the immediate urge to get out there and start firing. You know, I want to see some hot out of the gate action. You know what I mean? Well, we'll give them just another moment or so here. I see the delay. It looks like they had actually called a timeout. I believe Legionnaires, yes, Legionnaires used their timeout here. But they've got the 5th person there. So I'm assuming they're going to get moving here. Yes, we are going live. Folks, this is it.
Drums, drop your mags.
Nope, looks like I've lost connection to my stuff here. Give me just a quick moment. There we go. Okay. We've got this. There we go, folks. Let's get you down to the field. So starting things off for us, we've got an objective that might be a little hard to get to. Echo King's going to be holding a defensive down. But right off the bat, folks, we already have Eric spotting one of the defensive, and it's Jack who he's taking shots at there. Shrix and Jaywalker getting into an immediate engagement just like we asked for. And it looks like on the far side, Mr. Serious already getting serious out here, taking down a couple, or at least trying to. There he goes. There he goes. Finalizing Jack G as...
I got one. There's also a guy by the APC.
Shrix manages to pick off 2. Right now, looking at a 5v2 situation for Echo Kingz on the low end of that. They are going to have to play very, very carefully right now. We see Eric right here making a slow but steady push across the street. This is a very dangerous position to be crossing. If you folks don't know this, this street is... in my opinion, it's probably one of the most dangerous portions of the map because of the fact you have to leave yourself so exposed from so many places. And just spending this kind of time there is quite dangerous. It looks like, though, on the backside, there's only one Vulcan, and that Vulc is going to be in the very, very back there. Might get picked off by Shrix or Cam Jam. We're going to keep our eyes right here, though, on Eva. Looks like Eva just threw a flash out there, but it is going to be ineffective as it sat in the corner there. Canadian Jesus goes ahead and pops Eva off. And Legionnaires take home the first win. Awesome. Awesome stuff. How about them apples? Well, let's just see here. Oh. Let's go on back to the scoreboard here, folks. I was going to see about doing a little quick replay on that one, but you know what? That's okay. That's okay. We saw it. It happened. It was quick, but it happened. So we pretty much got what we asked for in terms of excitement round 1 on quarantine. We pretty much got what we were expecting based on stats there. But I mean, remember, you folks know who watch this at home, you know, statistics aren't everything. Sometimes you just don't get lucky. Sometimes things just don't turn out for you. And sometimes everything works out great. Just like it did for Legionnaires, picking up a 1 in the win column on Quarantine. Oh, dang, that's so sweet. Thank you, Ember. I just saw the chats here telling me I'm doing fantastic, man. Thanks so much, brother. I definitely appreciate the positive feedback there, man. We're trying our best out here to give you guys something entertaining to enjoy. And hopefully that's exactly what you're going to get right about now as we season ourselves up for round number 2. And
we won. Yes, we won. We did it.
There we go. It was a round reset, actually. Legionnaires round reset triggered. So there you have it. Very quick one right there. Probably going to be getting right back into it here. I assume they just needed to grab another player or correct something. Who knows? But taking a look at this objective where it sits, I mean, you wouldn't think it's really going to be too hard of a position to push, because a lot of folks would think, okay, you know, one way or another, we can come up from the underneath, maybe we can sneak around the building, you know, get on the inside, and then make a slow, steady push all the way up and out until you get to the point of no return here, which is this threshold. Hopefully, ideally, getting behind the tank with a smoke grenade going off, blocking the angle from the AC rooftops. As to whether or not we'll see anything like that happen, I don't know. But it would be cool to say we did like a preemptive Nostradamus-style play-by-play. All right. Legionnaires 1, Echoes 0. As round 2 will be kicking off here very shortly. Previously round resetted. So we will be kicking things off with round 2, as mentioned just a moment ago. And here we go.
Everyone remember the code.
Onward. All right.
You guys,
Jay, where
everyone
you
remember the
at?
code.
We're going left or right?
Any brain.
Remember the code.
You two, you're going left.
Yes.
7180498. 7180498.
This way?
All the way right.
That's right.
Right.
We hear the plans coming out as Marsoc plots to go right here. What is Bulk up to? They're heading right to as Shrix pops off Jack G from down the street. Evo, last one to take those shots.
Die. We
Trying to get that quick res on the teammate there, but unfortunately, that teammate is dead.
There's another guy down there. Copy. Let's move up to roof.
The left-hand side, we got a little excitement. Looks like Shrix is serious, about to get stacked, killed by Jay Walker, doing double damage there from the corner peak. Great job. Great way to eliminate the defensive barriers. Checking in on OBJ, we got Eric and Canadian Jesus, but on the back end, Cam Jam G trying to hold it down. Will Cam Jam be able to take on the 2v1? Now, that's a 2v1 on the back end, folks. Let's take a look on the other end. Rocket, one of the 4 remaining Marsocians, going for the play right here. Canadian Jesus spotting him. Wow, Eric just was sitting right there in plain view of Rocket, but just didn't see him, didn't get shot, and Rocket now makes a play for the back end, joining his colleagues, successfully taking down Canadian Jesus. Cam Jam and Eric about to get pinched on the 3-man, maybe make it 4 as Eva begins to join in on the backside. Look at that 4 play right there, a 4-person play on the front side. I mean, on the map there. And on the front side here, we've got Rocket going for something. What's that? What's that doing in his hands? Is that an iPad? I think it is. Legionnaires failing to defend, earning Echo Kingz a 2 as they manage to set down a cap out here. Fantastic work right there by Echo Kingz. Just proving, just absolutely proving that stats aren't everything. Stats are not everything, and Jay Walker out there for Echo Kingz just proved that. Rockin' 3-1 right now on the Volk board. They're about to have their shot at Defense Redemption. So let's see what Legionnaires have to say about it when this next round gets started. And we are now beginning round number 3. Here's our objective. Sitting nested just underneath the red scaffolding. Quite a position. One of my personal favorite objectives on this map. We can see just there on the left-hand side, we're going to have MARSOC engagements coming in very close by. Oops. It's like a 4-man split here as Serious Eric and Cam Jam begin to make their play. Shrix keeps an eye down the road there for Cam Jam, who's just about to get shot by Eva. But Mr. Serious manages to also knock VTS. Just moving straight for that objective with absolute military precision. Jack G and Rocket gonna attempt to defend here as Mr. Serious pulls that iPad. What's that iPad doing in his hands? Is that a text from the X? No siree, Bob! That right there is a revenge cap by the Legionnaires. Wowie! Let's see some of that again. A little too late. Son of a gun. That's all right. Let's get back up here to the scoreboard and add a 2 to the Legionnaires squad. But 3-2 right now. Things heated up real fast, folks. This was starting off as a very slow game, but immediately both teams going out there attempting to establish dominance on July 24th, Onward VRML Channel 3, and I appreciate them doing that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these teams, I was just about to say, these teams have got to be running out of time here. We've got to be beginning this round very shortly. And guess what we're doing right now? Beginning the round. So, let's get down to the field, shall we? As we begin round number 4. Round number 4 out here. I'm getting a little excited Read it 2 on the scores. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. Whew. All right, folks. It was a round reset. I don't know what I thought was happening there for a second, but golly. Round reset out here. Triggered by Legionnaires. So with the round reset at play once again, we should be hopping out there very soon. Now, I wonder if anybody had anything in game that was wrong with their loadout, or I mean, I wonder if somebody crashed out, or I wonder what happened there to trigger that second round reset. Very unfortunate it had to happen again. Now, folks, I'm just now seeing those chats talking about the rounds being set to the wrong time. Let's see. To be honest with you, folks, let me actually message one of them and see. Let's get you guys up to the deck while we wait for the next one. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have taken a moment here to message one of the folks in charge of such decisions. So we'll wait for that response. But in the meantime, we're going to play some Onward, it looks like. And that's fine by me. I'm not, I'm not here to be a rule maker. I'm just here to cast, you know what I mean? Yeah, so if there's something wrong with it, they'll handle it later, you know what I mean? So let's get out here and enjoy some Onward in the meantime.
Oh, now I get the joke.
Looks like Eric, Mr. Serious, Cam Jam, and Tricks all prepping themselves right now for a fantastic game. Again, this is round number 4 due to a double round reset, and Marsoc is moving in strong, it looks like. Jay Walker and VTS King immediately poking their heads around that hole. Very dangerous to do. You never know if anybody's going to be on that sedan up ahead. And as they roll out here, let's check in with Shrix here. Looks like he's on the far side, still looking for enemy engagements. Not quite getting any. The real action is going to be coming from right about there. I was just going to say the far side. It looks like we've got a few Marsoc trying to either make a distraction or make some sort of roundabout here. The reason I suggest distraction is because just on the back end, we've got 2 Marsoc players. And I think they may have some plans for this objective, to be quite honest with you. VTS King and Jay Walker still sneaking in on the back end, but Canadian Jesus spots him. VTS King hits the deck, and Canadian Jesus keeps moving. Downing a second one. And finally, double tapping there at the end. Cam Jam circles around to give a little backup as Eric throws his aim down this way just to keep clear. But on the actual far side here, over by the hospital, folks, it looks like on the south end, we've got a two-person movement between Eva and Jack. Of course, Mr. Sirius sits right here in the building in front of them. So it'll be very interesting to see who catches the crossfire first. Actually, it looks like Eric might have spotted Jack. Mr. Sirius now going to get the opportunity to poke his head out the window as Eva backs up to that far center building, the government building over there. Sirius downs and finishes Jack almost immediately with his AK-12 as he makes that call out there. One down. A serious job by a serious player. Great job by that man.
What's your kill count? I got one.
And we hear them on the Volk squad asking for a kill count there. Excuse me. Eva decided to wrap all the way back around and unfortunately did catch the eyes of one of the defenders on the far side there, Shrix. Shrix absolutely dominating the field right now. 5 Legionnaires left alive, 2 on the Echo King side, making round 1 victory for Legionnaires. That was awesome. Let's take a look at that replay again, though, when that double came out. Huh. There it was. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Well, let's dive back into the scoreboard here, and let's add a 1 for the Legionnaires. Map number 1 with a 4 and a 2 out there. Awesome, awesome stuff. Unbelievable. 5 individuals still alive. 5 at the end of that one. Even if Eva would have downed Shrix there at the end, there would have been 4 more Legionnaires to deal with, and that would have just been a hard ask of anybody. You know, that's one tough play to make. Very tough. And we're getting things started here on map 2. Should be exciting. One of my personal favorites. It's cargo. Oh yeah. Cargo, baby. Let's get serious for a second and talk about cargo. Now, as far as Legionnaires go, cargo has been a one-hit wonder for them this season. They've played it once, they've won it once, and that's about it. But if you're talking about Echo, you got a whole another ball game over here, playing it a total of 4 times, winning it twice now. It's a 50-50 win rate out here. Could be anybody's game. I am personally very excited for this map. This, again, is one of my personal favorites. So to see it being played here in VRML among some of the greats, it's just awesome. It is awesome. And I'm just thinking right now, what's y'all's predictions here? Do you think Echo's going to walk away with this one? Do you think they're going to get their revenge? Or do you think Legionnaires are going to keep on keeping on here with that high caliber action that they were putting on last round? Do you think it's map related? Do you think it's skill related? What's the predictions for next round? What are y'all thinking? Go ahead and throw it in chat if you got a prediction as we prep ourselves for round 1 of Cargo. Mahu01 out there on the chat's talking about how his parents insisted that he learn to read. Very, very glad that happened for you. That's there's nothing wrong with learning to read in my book. You know, if you're literate, right on. You know, glad you learned to read. Glad you had that opportunity. I know it doesn't present itself to everybody in the world, but that's cool. So we're getting started here with the fantastic round 2. Round 1, it came and it went. It was very quick in my book. It was well fought. There was a couple of caps out there that really helped move things along. Cap number 1 came in from Legionnaires out there, breaking in the win ultimately. But Echo Kingz got that honorable mention, and they just couldn't bring it home. They just couldn't bring it home. But, you know, sometimes round 1 starts like that for one of 2 teams. That's just the way it goes, you know. Now, all players are finally in the lobby. It looks like we'll be getting things underway very, very shortly. Yeah, it looks like we will. How about them apples, folks? You're tuning into Onward VRML 3, and we're going to be playing some Onward. How about that? Who'da thunk? Let's get down to the field. So we're down here right now. Got some Marsoc activity. That's fantastic.
So this game,
Oh, wait, but that's 'cause
this game's been going.
Alright, we're gonna go. And then
We're
we're gonna
for
try
50
to...
minutes.
We're gonna try to get
restart
the code.
We hear them finally realizing about the 5-minute thing. Oh, just a little too late, unfortunately, I do believe, at this point. But, you know, if something needs to be done, I'm sure the moderators will get involved. Folks, this is round 1 out here on Cargo, and Air has already managed to pick up one of the kills there. But Echo has lost 2 of their assailants already. And we're checking in right here as Eric continues just to put that fire down. Mr. Serious got serious for a second. And on the far side, Jay Walker, he successfully downs one and continues that assault there. But we see the lines coming in from the Vulcans, looking carefully down that far side. Who's going to be able to pop him off first? Will Jay walk away with it? I think Jay Walker is going to walk away with this one. Wow, unbelievable. He managed to shoot a guy there on the right and successfully push through and make his way to the left without so much as any contest. This is where the challenge begins for him. Oh, that was his opportunity right there. Cam Jam downs Mr. Serious, unfortunately. And Jay Walker moves in on that objective. Unfortunate. As he pulled out that iPad, Cam Jam finally set him upon the earth. And things even out here to a 1v1. As the field begins to burn ablaze, Jack G knows. He knows things are going to get serious. And they're going to get serious real fast. Cam Jam spots Jack just behind the black barrier here as Jack pokes his head around the other side. Cam Jam tries very quickly to get that shot as Jack moves away, but Jack successfully makes it to the shadowy red box, and it looks like he's got his gun ablazing here as he puts around that corner. He successfully takes down Cam Jam, who also successfully downed him, but not quick enough. So the assault wins. Echo Kingz takes home a 1 this time. An awesome first round out here on Cargo. We'll see what Legionnaires has to say about that this time, now that they are in the attacking seat, so to speak. Huh. Just seeing here in the chats again, Sri Lankan VR1. I don't know if I can repeat what she called the hole there in the north wall of quarantine, but I would say I've been guilty of referring to that spot as that same name at certain times. Oh man, mixologist, Jazzy, glad to see all of you fine folks out there as we begin another fantastic round here in week 13 of season 11 VRML. Cargo is where we're at right now, and we are prepped as Jay Walker, Eva Rocket,
They don't get one tap this time.
Who's gonna sit
King,
on
and
point,
Jay
Anyone gonna sit on point or?
all spun in.
Okay.
What's up, huh? What am I doing?
No pressure.
Oh, I'm being used to... Shoot him. Yeah, you got him, man. You got him.
Immediate engagements coming out here. Legionnaires clearly upset as they make a two-man assault on the far right-hand side. Will Shrix be able to make his way through this doorway? Yes, yes he does. And he successfully pushes through the far right tunnel. Unattested here, only by King very nearby. Will King be able to put on the hurt with Shrix and Eric as they both make that right side push? Mr. Sirius, by the way, another Legionnaire just successfully downed one of the Echo Kings. But now we've got 3 on the inside doorway here as Canadian Jesus also successfully does it. Shrix makes his play on in, and Canadian Jesus cleans up VTS King there on the side. Emma goes down, and finally Jay Walker goes to death as the Legionnaires clean up shop angrily with a solid 5-0 in terms of KDs out there in the end. A 5-0, making round 2 quite exciting. A 1-on-1 out here. We promised you folks action. We promised you the best. And guess what you're getting on July 24th, Onward VRML Channel 3? Getting the best. Oh yeah. That's what we offer here, folks. Smooth jazz in the form of soldier combat virtualized through a headset. Good times. Let's take a look at the kills. Jack G out there rocking it on top of the Echo Kingz KD board right now with a solid 2-2 on the KDs, rocking it with the 2.0. Jay Walker out there 0.5 on his KD ratio, but then on the Legionnaire squad, we got Canadian Jesus 3.0 on the KDs, and just behind him is Mr. Sirius rocking at 2.0 in that second place position. Now with the 1-1 on the board, this is anybody's game. We talked briefly earlier about some of the statistics out here for Cargo, and just to reiterate them for you, Legionnaires has played on this map this season a total of 1 time, and they won it. But what about in past seasons, Pig? Well, last season they played on this map a total of 7 times, but they only won it 3 times. So it's a 43% win rate, and if you factor in the games from this season, the game from this season, it could go up just a little bit, but so far they're playing absolutely fantastically.
What the hell?
And just like that, round 3 is going to be underway.
That is B, right?
You ready, Jack? You ready?
Yeah, pretty
You
good.
ready?
Ben.
What's the code? What's the code?
6423247.
6423247. 62. Okay.
Mr. Sirius and Shrix are going to be posted up over here on the Legionnaire squad on the far right-hand side, trying to hold down the points that they took over from Echo Kingz last time. What will Echo Kingz do about it? Like Jaywalker is going to go straight for a far left-hand side push. Is that going to play for him? Let's watch. Unfortunate as Shrix immediately hits the deck there by Shrix's hands. Shrixster on the backside manages to successfully hold down that right end. But Jack, G, and Eva are going to give them something more to contend with here. Eva successfully downing Shrix, but Mr. Sirius unfortunately beginning to burn himself there, I do believe, as he limps away. I think he meant to throw that Molotov at the enemies. Canadian Jesus dropping Jack G from the far side as Cam Jam comes on in for the reconnaissance backup. Canadian Jesus slaps down another one. VTS King hits the deck, leaving everything here up to Rocket. Will Rocket be able to take it from the bottom to the top right now? Because Rocket's got his work cut out for him with a solid 4-to-1 situation. Whether or not Rocket can do this, I am unsure. I certainly hope he can. Right now on the boards, he's looking at a 0-2. Okay, 0-2 on the KDs. Don't let that deter you. He is the team captain. But unfortunately, this time for the Echo Kings, they just didn't have it in their cards. And again, you know, those 1v4, those 1v5 type situations, very, very few people would be able to make it out. And even then, it's very much circumstantial. You know, you don't want to say something and you know, have it be chalked up to every situation, because let me tell you, gunfights in this game, everyone is unique almost. I mean, I can only think of a few times I've come into a situation where I've said, oh man, that's just like, it's just like the other time that I got into this firefight. So Legionnaires picks up a second win right now, and they will be playing the role of a Marsoc this time, going for an assault. Objective has moved in location, but only slightly. Will it be enough? All right, folks, and just like that, it's going to be underway. As we get down to the field here, we're going to watch an amazing assault. I know it's going to be great. How do I know? How do you know, Pig? How do you know these things? How do you know it's going to be so good? What makes you think that? How do you feel it? How does it smell? Well, let me tell you, I know, because...
I don't think that can forfeit the match, can it?
Hey, guys, okay, listen, I just know, all right? Take us down to the field, shall we? Let's go take a look as Mr. Sirius and the rest begin to make their quick play here. Shrix just going for it. And VTS King throwing a long-range flash. They're unsuccessful on its attempt to connect. But Eric is moving up fast alongside Shrix here. They definitely have a play in mind. Let's see what happens here with the overhead. You can see Shrix almost getting spotted there. Oh, wow. That was a beautiful, beautiful grenade. Would have definitely killed the man. Now, unfortunately for these folks on the back end, Rocket was ready with a bullet as Eva goes down. Walker is the last remaining, but I do believe Mr. Sirius is already capping on the inside. But ladies and gentlemen, cap or not, that is the last remaining in the defense department out here. And Legionnaires take home another fantastic victory on round 3 of Cargo. Oh, I don't know what happened there, folks. Let's see here. Well, give me just a moment here, folks. It seems I've lost connection with my own device once again. Well, folks, it does seem, although I am having some technical issues here, but that's okay. At least you guys can still see the game, and that's what matters. That is what matters. So current score looking 3-1 as Legionnaires continue to take it home. Let's get back down here. Let's see exactly what's happening.
We won 2 last time, right?
Yeah.
Remember the code? 1864956.
I got the Fortnite scar.
956.
That score is incorrect, ladies and gentlemen. It is currently a 3-1 as Legionnaires is in the... In fact, here I can click that and take care of that for us for now. So let's get down here, folks. Regardless of the IT issues going on right here, we want to make sure you're enjoying the game no matter what. So Jack G and Mr. King all over here. Oh, wow. Hold the phone. I was just going to say, I'm not sure where the defense had gone, folks, but it looks to me as though they tried... I think they may have just tried triggering a reset, a round reset, but I think one of their guys may not have gotten the message. Either that or... Hold the phone. Either that or some serious damage just occurred from Canadian Jesus. And I think that's really what happened. I'm pretty sure he eliminated 4 or 5 the Echo Kingz. I may have been missing that because I was focused on the tech problem here, guys, but Canadian Jesus right now has an 11-2 on the scoreboard. An 11-2. That is awesome. Very good. Let's see what's going on here. Give me just a moment, folks. Again, I'm going to attempt to fix this in between rounds here. Now, folks, we are still here, by the way. We're just waiting for the next round, as well as attempting to correct the current ongoing issues with our software. Actually, you know what? I am so sorry. Did I just see... Oh, no. Never mind. I'm sorry. You see, folks, what's happening is on my side, I am attempting to get you guys from point A to point B, but it just doesn't seem to be happening. All right. Well, that's A-okay. Let's see about getting you folks back down here for more action. Let's see here. Currently rocking 3 and 3 on the scores. Let's get down up here. Legionnaires rocking in the 3. Wow, is that accurate, folks? Okay, 3 and 3. We may have messed around there during the troubleshooting process very briefly. I don't think we did, though. I might have just misread those scores previously. But getting into it right here, it looks like Mr. King throwing that flash grenade right on over Eric. And Eric not going to be affected by that one, not at all. As Mr. King continues to take those shots. Unfortunately, he lit up just at the wrong time as Eric successfully takes it to the dirt. Jam picking up Eva. Jaywalker down, Tricks. And another one there. Absolutely lethal right now. 5 and 4 on the KDs. Mr. Sirius hitting the deck right now. Echo Kingz has an advantage over Legionnaires. This is for all the marbles on map 2, apparently, folks. This is 3 to 3 right now. Next score takes it in. Cam Jam, last remaining Marsoc out here on the field. He is so close to that objective. This player is so close, but unfortunately, close is no cigar. As this one gets brought back home for another one, it looks like Echo Kingz is the victor. 4 and 3 on the scores for this second round out here on Cargo. Golly, folks, yeah, I just went back and checked this out. It sure is unfortunate for us that the stream software is going to be not cooperating with us on this one, but I do believe right now they are probably chatting out about a couple things from that last round. It seems they haven't yet chosen the next map. And as I say that, we move on to Downfall. So our map 3 selection out here right now is going to be Downfall. And you all know just as much as I do. That this is going to be exciting. And folks, getting here while they get set up, I was just taking a quick look there, trying to figure out what in the heck is going on with our stuff, but that is A-okay. As long as you guys can see everything, that I think is going to be our most important part. All right. So Downfall, ladies and gentlemen, Downfall indeed. That's where we're going to be headed. You know what, folks? I just got word from Mr. Sirius here about that thing that was going on there. I thought I was like, man, I was like, geez, Louise, guys, how did I miss something like an entire round due to troubleshooting? There's no way. And sure enough, I didn't. He was explaining here that they had an issue where Eric's headset died. and we couldn't forfeit. Then it gave the enemies 2 points instead of 1. So very, 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 very unfortunato for these players. I'm not sure, honestly, what they're going to want to do about that later on. I'm looking at the chats actually right now. Well, you know what? Again, folks, one way or another, you know, we're not here to police them. I'm just here to bring you guys the action. So I'm going to leave that all up to the moderators. And if the teams have an issue with it, of course. And if you're watching at home and you're not familiar with how this kind of stuff, this arbitration process goes, anytime there's issues like this, there's moderators in place. There's people who are in place to take a look at these. They'll go back and watch the stream. They'll go back and watch the rounds. They'll determine what the actual score should have been, and so on and so forth, you know. So there's not too much you really got to worry about out here with that kind of thing. It's a great league, you know. It's all taken care of, really. Okay, I was just finally able to confirm with the stream on my own side here that indeed nothing seems to be working there with transferring you guys from place to place. So I will again restart that. As to whether or not these fellas rehosted the game with the correct timer, I am not sure as well. I hope they did. That's, according to the rules, what should have happened. At least from what I'm seeing. What's been provided to me. So, if it didn't happen, you know, that'll be probably another, again, a conversation for somebody other than myself out there. So we've got some graphics. We've got some graphics working, ladies and gentlemen. We've got some. So that's the good news. Jeez Louise, it just doesn't want to take you guys up to the scoreboard. I'm going to try something drastic. Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, good old-fashioned perseverance has prevailed out here. And luckily, we have managed to get ourselves back up here to the esports deck, where we are about to attend to some very serious business, because out here on the field, we have to select map number 3. It is Downfall. Now, don't think that I am this petty, that I am this naive to have forgotten about the scores. I am going to put up the scores based on how the game had them. Okay? So let that be known. All right. Let's do this. All right, so that is how the game had the scores, I do believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. I believe that is correct. Echo Kingz had that last round due to a 2-point mistake. after Legionnaires had attempted to, what do you call it here? After they attempted to forfeit, in fact, this is just according to Mr. Sirius here of Legionnaires. After they attempted to forfeit, it did give them 2 points. So that's why I've got the 2 points up there for us, just in case anybody at home is wondering why that is up there officially. Until that has further review again, we'll leave that as is. So with all of that being said, I'm excited to say downfall. Downfall, baby. Downfall. Can you believe it? Let's take a quick look at Echo Kingz right now, if you guys and gals don't mind. Let's see here what downfall looks like for these folks. Downfall. I hate to break it to you. I'm just getting these numbers hot off the press, okay? The paper's still warm from where it was faxed to me, okay? But a solid 4 attempts of winning downfall has been had, and a total of 0 wins have been had. That is, again, a 4-play 0 win for Echo on this map. But I hate to say it, Legionnaires don't look much better this season. Or I'm sorry, actually that's season 11. Let me go ahead and take, or that's season 10. Let me take a look here at season 11 statistics. And it's actually the same. For season 10 and season 11, they only played this map a total of 1 time. And that 1 time that they played it, they pulled off a victory. Oh, no. I'm so sorry. That is completely wrong. The 1 time they played it, they did not pull off a victory. So neither team has a win on this map for this season for Echo, and for last season or this season for the Legionnaires. So very exciting stuff. Very exciting indeed. I have a feeling that things are going to get heated up out here very quickly as we prep for round 1 of downfall.
Got one guy, now they know we're respawning though.
Right off the bat, we've got fire coming at us with a serious name.
Don't peek. Okay, pushing up. Pushing up.
Now the one that's serious downed is still bleeding out, so there is a chance for that player to catch a res. Looks like that player is going to be Rocket. Oh no, scratch that. It's going to be Jack G, I do believe. Stuck there in that wall for a moment, but action coming out all over the field as Mr. Sirius manages to find and down and... No, yep, just down Rocket right now. Not a single Vulcan has been confirmed yet. Shrix and Sirius both make their play. Eva manages to down Sirius and fully take him out of this round. Rocket still down in the back there alongside Jack G. Shrix not so sure what's happening here, may have crashed out. Hopefully, if that's the case, Eva will not locate Shrix over here. Cam Jam and Canadian Jesus, both in the nearby house, both attempting to get eyes on that objective. The AO is currently being blocked with a building in between their locale and the locale that they need to be in. Canadian Jesus fantastically pushed that objective and spotted that enemy moving. Whoa. Some odd behavior there coming out of Canadian Jesus as well. I do believe it's all lag. And checking in here, we did lose Shrix. Shrix did fall out. So that is why the Legionnaires are down to 4 players right now. But Echo is all the way down to 1, with 2 still bleeding out. This is going to be a tough one for Echo. Looks like the defendants... Oh no! On the back end, Canadian Jesus just accidentally downed... excuse me, Eric just accidentally downed Canadian Jesus and killed him, picking up a -1 on the KDs. Jay Walker on the far side, holding that far back defensive, actually manages to hold things off, and thanks to the help of the Legionnaire, this is simply a 1-to-1 right now. If Jay Walker can actually go over and get a res, this is going to be a 2-to-1. But unfortunately for Echo, Eric was already out there with an objective in mind and an iPad in hand, picking up a 2 in the OBJ column. Fantastic job. Fantastic job by Eric. He got a -1 out there with that TK, but I think that more than makes it up. Seeing people cap is something that just absolutely tickles my fancy. And, son of a gun. There we go. It's something that absolutely tickles my fancy. And, to have it happen whilst I am casting? Wow. I feel so lucky to have bore witness to that, and I hope everybody back at home does too. Now, Shrix has managed to make his way back into the game. Eric out there with a -1-0 on the board, but 1 in the OBJ column. And Mr. Serious out there with a 2-1. So far, if you ask me, it seems like these players are playing it with with a passion that we've seen come out a couple of times tonight. I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but it seems as if Legionnaires gets angered every now and then. And it's like they just play with this passion that they didn't have the round before. And I love to see that, you know, where one team just gets out there and stomps their feet around a little bit, you know? Maybe splashes the water up. Well, let's get down to the field. Let's get ready for round 2. And let's see whether or not Echo Kingz has what it takes to drop a cap on Legionnaire's downfall. So it's round number 2 right now, as we prep ourselves. And as we quietly observe the defensive squad, we can see them posting up in various positions here. Very, very soon, they should be coming into a close engagement with the Marsoc group. Gonna drop in here on Eva. And on the far side of where Eva's at, even though we don't see any crosshairs or lasers coming up here yet, let's go take a look. Yep, sure enough, Mr. Serious and Shrix are both back here, keeping a keen eye on things. Look at Shrix, just very carefully watching. What is it that, what is it Shrix saw here? Far left side comes the call out. Far left side. Now they know. And if you gander at the board here real quick, we'll see a great split going on here from the attack. Now Sirius just taking off a few pop shots there, just like VTS King is trying to do.
Did you shoot at me? Did you shoot at me, guy?
VTS? VTS?
Yeah.
Did you see someone?
Yeah, no, I was like trying to suppress them a little so our guys can move around.
Okay. Do you know where they are?
They're in the way. I think one's in the way back. Yep, way back, right corner of that building.
Which building? Can you give me a number?
One,
Can you give me a number?
far left. Yeah.
Just give me a number on your tablet.
225. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, like. Okay.
So we're running along there with VTS King, who was getting into a little bit of a pressured situation alongside his Marsoc buddy. And unfortunately now, Shrix has just managed to down King. here, making that call out very gently here. One down left side. Awesome. Awesome perseverance right there. That's exactly what you want to see. You want to see players locating enemies, holding the objective on that side, and killing them. Unfortunately, it was just a down. And luckily, Jay Walker gets the res on King.
Whatever. I don't need it. Come here. Come up here with me. All right, Neil. Get on your knees, boy. Okay. From
Couple
here,
of men up
where are
here
they?
trying to make a play.
So
2 minutes to
one's
do
on the
so.
Bottom right of the far building over there. 225 from here, where they spawn. Let's see. Can I zoom out of this? No,
Now,
I
with
can't.
only a minute and 45 seconds remaining,
Shit.
Yeah, 225, far building, bottom right corner.
and these folks still just now finding out where
I
the
think I saw
Legionnaires
one.
are
I think I
posted
hit him.
up
Come on,
at.
let's go.
Yep.
This will put some serious pressure on them. Now, the last two Echo Kings are both in the same position here. They're both in the same building. They're both making this play. And that's unfortunate because they just shot in the area, which means Legionnaires, all 5 of them, of which are still up, by the way, are going to have a beat on where they're at.
Yeah, I'll give you
So a
credit.
5v2 with your position being compromised is a very difficult job. And King, unfortunately, as you can see, they're immediately stricken down by multiple gunshots. Jay Walker successfully takes down Mr. Serious, but unfortunately gets AK-12 to the noggin by Shrix. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that means Legionnaires have successfully raked in 3 points out here on Downfall. 3 points by this team. That's awesome. They are absolutely stampeding right now. And you tend to see this, you know, in my experience with casting, you tend to see one of two kinds of games. You tend to see the games where one team will steamroll over another team pretty consistently, or you will have games like this, which is the kind of game where you have a team start off strong, they win, the tides change, and the other team wins, there's a flip, but then they get their jive back right at the end. And I've heard several team captains make mention of the fact that this is exactly why they like to be home. All right, so we've got a new objective on the field here. I'm excited about it.
I'm gonna go into this tower and just watch them.
By the way,
We're going to get down to the field here. We can hear a little bit of the onboard already. Now we can see here, based on the map, we've got several of the defense moving up on round 3 here. But on the south side, we've got a 5-man assault. So while they're moving up and away from the objective to what they think is going to be enemies, they are really being attacked from their south side. And they are going to figure this out here very soon, as Jay Walker and Mr. King are soon going to find out.
Right side, right side.
are you dead?
No, I'm fine. 135.
Oof. Cam Jam G taking that AK-5C all the way to the King and eliminating him. Jay Walker, last one on the far right here on defense. 3 more defensive men above him. And Shrix, now in the same building as Jay Walker, becomes a very close quarters threat. Jay Walker's doing a great job right now, though. Here, at least he was, as he manages to also take down Mr. Serious before Canadian Jesus on the middle house there manages to drop him to the floor. Now the objective is just up ahead, And we do still have 4 of the Legionnaires up and at it. Shrix and Canadian both trying to make things happen here as Shrix keeps a keen eye on Eva's window there. Eric begins to make a push up. Who's going to actually get to this objective first? Thought it was going to be Eric there, but Shrix... Oh, Shrix unfortunately meets his demise there thanks to Rocket, and Ava is just there waiting in the window for the opportunity. Canadian Jesus just down to Eric, unfortunately on the inside of the building. He was fully expecting someone to be in here for the defensive, I do believe. Unfortunately, nobody was, other than his teammate. Canadian Jesus out there 3-1 on the KDs. But folks, that ends it right there with a 5-pointer as Legionnaires, Canadian Jesus snags himself an inside the wall cap after team killing his own person. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable indeed. Look at it one more time if we're able to, if it was too close. Yep, okay, well, that's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you didn't need to see it twice. It was a once-in-a-lifetime type of thing. Take us back to the scoreboard, please. Thank you. Downfall. Earning a cap right out there on the end is Legionnaires. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff indeed. I promised you action. Did we deliver? I don't know. I don't know. But folks, I can tell you this. When we get out here on the esports battlefield on behalf of VRML, there is no way I am leaving home empty-handed. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ProTube VR, VR Cover, B Haptics, HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Cyber Shoes, Arma, VRware, Asterion, Fixit Gaming, you name it, they're sponsors. And why are they doing this? Because people like you are watching back at home thinking, my God, I wish I could participate. I wish I could be here alongside these VR players and participate in some true professional VR Master League type of gameplay. And let me tell you folks, if that's you, then welcome aboard. All you've got to do is join the Discord or swing that mighty heart of yours on over to vrmasterleague.com. We'd be very glad to have you join us. Ladies and gentlemen, that ends an amazing game tonight. An amazing game. And I want to thank every single one of you for showing up. Now, I'd like to take a moment here where we can go back. Let's watch some of the highlight reel. And to be fair, I don't know how many of these will be legitimate. Obviously, that's not going to do us too good for the highlights. Well, that's just riveting right there. Onward, home screen. Good old-fashioned stuff. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I guess the highlights aren't going to work out so well, but on the bright side, I do believe we had a great time playing. I do believe we had a great time being out here together. And I do believe we got to see some pretty good gameplay. This highlight reel is barbarically bad. This is barbarically bad. Oh, what is this? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right. We're gonna get better with those replays, folks. Don't you worry. Oh man, I can't wait to see y'all out there next time. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great night.